set to do the honors, and we are underway from Atlanta. Taken at the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. Leading them out is the fourth-year quarterback out of Missouri. Second rounder in 2019, Drew Lock. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
And we're seeing this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you, from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. They had a pretty decent ball game. If I had missed him, it would have been a different story. Night.
And he's going to ball his way forward to the 48.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Holding offense.
New notification. New download update. Press the PS button for details.
A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and block.
Tyler Lockett. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 58 yards. And the Seahawks get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it ends with a Tyler Lockett touchdown. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Cameron Batson now from his end zone. So a long field ahead for the Falcon offense as they head out. And they'll be led out by Marcus Mariota, former second overall pick back in 2015, now in his 8th season in the league.
Coming out of Oregon as the Heisman Trophy winner, we thought that this guy was headed towards superstardom, and while he didn't quite reach those heights, he did have some flashes along the way. And right now, his athleticism continues to keep him in the league. Still has a good arm, mobile, a great guy to have in the locker room. He can win if given an opportunity.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Mariota. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Mariota now to throw on first down. That'll be taken in by Demir.
New notification. New download update. Press the PS button for details.
Well executed 22-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football. as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They go play action. Mariota on the move to his left. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Throw caught here by Bird. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. To throw is Mariota. Dancing to his left. Over the middle, caught by London. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Throwing, Mariota. Got a man, it's Patterson complete. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Mariota. Another completion right back to Patterson. Touchdown! Cordell Patterson from 4 yards out. And the Falcons are an extra point away from drawing level. CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You maybe forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield? They're eligible too.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Dallas now to return it from his end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
Holding. Proceeding.
So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on 1st down, but give them credit. They recovered in time to deny.
New notification. New download update. Press the PS button for details.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mariota being chased out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. The D brought the house, they called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback, no chance on that 4th down.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcoming everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, let's run through the next-gen stats for the Seahawks.
And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
We're just about set to get back to it. Both teams making their final adjustments, and we'll head back to Atlanta and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Here's Batson now, bringing it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And the Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. First and 10, it's Patterson. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On play action, Mariota. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. On 3rd down, Mariota. And, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. So a stop here defensively to start this third quarter. Just what's needed in a tie ball game.
Yeah, good chance to build back some momentum on the defensive side of the ball. In fact, what they've done is give their offense a nice push in the back as they get ready to take the field.
Fielded just inside the 20. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Well, they know they've got a good starter. Now the guy coming in to spell him shows he can run it pretty good as well.
And I think he appreciates the starter, wearing people down, tiring them out a little bit. He took full advantage, didn't he? Came in with fresh legs and carried the ball.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. This is Carson. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Well, the second half is better than the first half. They've got to find a way to
third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Throwing now is Locke. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Marquise Goodwin, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter.
So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this third quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Play fake. Mariota rolling to his left. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, defensively, they're just sitting in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fielded at the 33. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
First play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
New notification for Reese Samuel off DualSense wireless controller battery level is low.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone.
And look at this, it's a fake. And this is caught. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Give them an even 20 yards there on the pickup as a fake punt fooled everybody. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
At halftime, you had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, That might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson taking it in from a yard out. And the Seahawks have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Now Myers for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And it was all capped off by the Chris Carson touchdown run. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Mariota sets to lead this offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. 1:04 on the clock. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Right side run with Patterson. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
So the victory here for Seattle. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever